Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota, northern suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Today we're going to talk about a little GTO that we have, a 1966 GTO. Give you all the details in but a moment. Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota, northern suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Today we're going to talk about our little GTO, a 1966 GTO, and I'll tell you what, is this a mean machine right here. Boy, you're going to want to watch this entire video from start to finish because we're going to do a cold start, we're going to do a walk around, give you all the details of this car, and it is a really nice resto mod GTO. Now, you can also click on the link in the description and it'll take you right to our website in this car, which will give you all the rest of the information, pricing and the likes of this car. And at this time, over 100 cars and vehicles in our current inventory here at Ellingson Motorcars. And that is our web address, www.ellingsonmotorcars.com, where you'll find all that stuff. Cars from the 1920s all the way up into the 70s and 80s and beyond. So if you're looking for your first collectible car or your 100th, odds are Ellingson Motorcars may have that car sitting right on our sales floor. You better take a look. But let's get into the details of this really nice car. Montero Red, beautiful red color. I just always have liked, red cars are just always give the impression that they're going fast when they're sitting still. Now this one, as I mentioned, is a real GTO that is to be found in the VIN number and whatnot, but it is a little bit more of a resto mod. In other words, what happened, it probably lost its original 389 a number of years ago. And if you're like me, if I'm going to put it in a different motor, well, guess what? I'm going to get more cubic inches. I'm going to get more horsepower. So this has a 428 Pontiac V8 in it. Much more ponies under the hood than what a 389 would have had. And it's just also hooked up behind a 4-speed manual transmission. The best of all worlds as far as I'm concerned. More ponies, more horsepower, more 4-speed. Hey, gives you lots and lots of fun. But yes, it's one of those resto mods, but it does look very stock, other than the fact that they have American Racing chrome wheels, but it does have the radial tires on it. Really is one of those nice things to have, radial tires on this car, because it just makes them ride better, they're better handling, all that kind of stuff. It was not a tire that was available in 1966, but with this day and age, it's really a nice thing to have. Now, the other thing that this car does have under the hood as one of those options, someone said, it gets kind of warm where I'm at. They put on the vintage air conditioning. So you've got air conditioning in this car, which is really nice because if we take a look at the interior, you've got the black bucket seats and whatnot, black carpet. Air might really be nice if you're in one of those warmer states where the temperatures can reach well over 100 degrees. And a black car, yeah, it's nice to have air. Not a bad deal. Now, the other thing that they did do, very nice interior all the way down, looks like all new bucket seats, and the door panels really nice, is they put in an aftermarket dash. It's got a little bit more of an upgraded, different gauges, but gives you, still the feeling of a performance car with all that kind of stuff on the dash. Really has a nice sound to it because, of course, dual exhaust going out the back just really does do wonders. It's also got, the chrome outside mirrors on it. Another feature that I still like, because they still had in 66 vent windows. I'm always a big fan of vent windows because, if you didn't have air in the old days, it was just a nice way to get air in the car, sucked out cigarette smoke or cigar smoke, whatever you happen to have in the car at that time. And it was one of those things that I've just always liked. Wish they still had them today, as a matter of fact. Looks like it's got an aftermarket steering wheel, but and a little bit aftermarket stereo as well. So you've got some of the extra features that probably make this a little more enjoyable car to drive down the road. Now, you can give us a like, leave us a comment, or subscribe. It would be really nice of you to do that on our website and on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Those are all where we're at now, so you can find information on this car, our current inventory, and as kind of an added feature, you can find cars we've sold in the past as well. So if you really have some time to peruse the internet and you're looking for something to do, those sites are kind of fun to do as well. No, the nice thing about these cars too, I mean, they go fast, they look good, and you got room in the trunk. It actually has a real trunk. So you can put in a couple sets of golf clubs if you're going out to shoot a couple of rounds or whatever, and easy to fit in that trunk in this car. Lots and lots of room there. But yeah, this is one of those cars. Didn't come from Minnesota. That's you know, probably not a bad thing. It comes from down south someplace where, you know, a little less likely to have some of that stuff called rust that they had back in the day. I mean, everyone knew these are all, you know, when you bought this car in 1966, you drove it. The world of collectible cars wasn't quite what it is today. So if you had a car that came from Minnesota, chances are it probably was driven in the winter and may have some issues with some of that red rusty stuff that grows underneath doors and fenders and frames and whatnot. This is a really nice car. There's another reason why to watch this entire video and look at all our pictures, because we have all of that stuff right there on our website. Now, if you're like me, you're going to say, oh, I love videos, they're great fun, it's very informative, the car looks really nice, but I want to come in person. I'm just one of these kind of guys that says, no, I got to come in person. Well, we'd love to have you come to Ellingson's. We're open Monday through Friday from 10 until 5, Saturdays 10 to 4 as well. So if you want to come down in person, make sure you fit in the car. Shouldn't be any issues with this car. It's just, you're more than welcome. Now, you can also give me a call anytime at 763-428-7337 during our business hours, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you have on any of our cars or any of our inventory. We can also assist you with financing. Our leading you in direction where financing for collector cars is available, and we ship cars all over the country. So if you live in California or Texas, Florida, or whatever, no problemo, we can get the car shipped to you, and we're doing that every week. Cars are coming and going at all the time. Well, I really appreciate you watching. This is, like I said, one of those kind of GTOs, a real one, a little more of a resto mod, but boy, she really does look very period correct to me, because this is the kind of stuff we did back in the day when we had the muscle cars and whatnot. So thank you for watching our videos, and hopefully you'll get a chance to watch more of them, and we'll see you next time at EllingsonMotorcars.com.